Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there. Unfortunately, Packers fans, they saw a lot of completions like that last year when they were number 31 in the league in passing defense. Now, I know injuries had something to do with that, but that's a ship they're looking to right.
They have to, because what they do so well on offense, in some ways they're wasting by allowing what they're allowing on defense. So now you change things up. Do you play a little more zone where in the past you might have played man-to-man? Do you back off of some of the schemes that you played before and emphasize something new? Bottom line, though, they've got to cover tighter and knock away a few of those passes downfield.
He hits Baldwin right side, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. From the shotgun, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers making their way out, and again for them, feels like they're the team to beat in the NFC North. They've won that division 5 of the last 6 years, and Aaron Rodgers just feel like he has at least another Super Bowl left in the tank, maybe, right?
I would say so, and I think there's probably some frustration that he hasn't gotten back to the Super Bowl after winning that one against Pittsburgh, because one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, prime of his career, you don't want to waste that opportunity. And they came close last year going to the NFC Championship game. They want to take the next step. They have it all there in front of them. They know that they tend to rule that division. Now can they make that one last big jump in the NFC and get back to a Super Bowl?
They go back to Murray on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for. It goes incomplete.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Wilson on second down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Jimmy Graham had a really tough injury in 2015 that ended his season, but what a bounce back in 2016. How did he not get any votes for Comeback Player of the Year?
I was just going to ask you that. Not that Jordy Nelson wasn't deserving, but 65 catches, 923 yards. That was the highest total by a tight end in Seahawk history.
And I think there's a chance that both of those numbers will increase in 2017.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bennett. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Get 300. Over here. 110.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Seahawks heading out, and for them, 5 straight years of double-digit victories and a playoff berth. They've had their run of the NFC West and probably likely the favorites this season as well.
I would agree with that. The counter-culture Seahawks, because the way they evaluate is for their system, for their franchise, for their culture. Much more so than whether a guy fits everything that you're looking for to check off a box. Quarterback, he's supposed to be too short.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Second down, Rawls. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacy. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Lance Kendricks, 78 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And this is going to be Packer football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
This is Murray, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Atama Rubin in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 47 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They set up the screen to Rawls, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it in. Lacey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Following the penalty, it's Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. Latavius Murray past the 20. 10, touchdown, Packers. Latavius Murray, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 12 more yards there and another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Eddie Lacy, his first touchdown in a Seahawk uniform. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
319.
On play action, Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Airing it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 42 yards. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run here. It's Murray. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Defense showing blitz. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Airing it deep for Jan. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jeff Janis, 40 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down?
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Rodgers. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. It's Murray, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Going with a screen for Murray. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the 45.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 50 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down following the run. He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Being chased at. Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.